Hello and welcome to the stream. Today we are playing some Football Manager 2019. Once again, resuming our climb of the league ladder with the mighty Blyth Spartans. And I think, if I remember rightly, we left ourselves off last time, with our very next game being against the number one in the league currently, Chorley. So that's going to be an absolutely massive game for us, away from home as well. So if we can get a win out of that, that would be absolutely immense. But no guarantees of anything in football, and it's going to be a very tough game for us. Let's have a look where we are in the table. So right now in the table, we are in second place, just a mere point behind Chorley. We have a better goal difference than them as well. So if we can level points, we will go top. But that's not going to happen in this game. We need to win to go above them. My gut feeling is that we're going to lose that, though. We've got quite an exhausted team. We've had quite a packed schedule of late with all the cup games, and we just drew away against a non-league side. So we're coming off the back of an away draw, a loss in the FA Cup against Charlton. I mean, Charlton, much bigger club than we are, so there's no shame in losing that. But and a draw against South Shields is very concerning, though. And of course, after we play Chorley, we've got to do a replay of the FA Trophy third round qualifier match. Thanks to our abysmal 1-1 draw. We should be able to beat South Shields at home. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. It's just that our team's going to be really tired because of cramming all these fixtures together. So anyway, let's continue on and crack on, because I'm excited to get this Chorley match going, because, yeah, I mean, it could see us top of the table if we win it. But I don't think we're going to win it. Call me a pessimist. But I don't feel like our form is looking strong enough to win an away match against top of the table. But we'll see. We'll see. You never know. If our strikers are on form, we'll be all good. Just worried about how tired the players are going to be. I think, if I remember rightly, I did rest some players during that cup game, which is probably why we drew in the end. Because my backup players are not really very good. But I can't use the first 11 all the time. They just get worn out. So let's have a look. Chorley's key players, this Alex Newby. What's he like? He's an attacking midfielder, right? A winger. He's got some pace on him, probably. Yeah, he seems pretty decent. Have to keep an eye on him. Try and get the elbows in the ribs and all of that. Captain Kieran Green's not playing well enough. Oh no, that's not a good sign. Come on, Kieran. Get your shit together. Right, that's fine. Surely a favourites. Not just favourites, but clear favourites. Okay, so perhaps I'm right to trust my gut that this is not going to go our way. Blyth are currently on an 11-match unbeaten league run, which is pretty good. Although some of those have been draws. It's not like we're winning everything. All right. Let's crack on. Praise Bradley Fuster. Yep, good stuff. And Lions. And yeah, we may as well go for Dan Maguire as well. It would be nice if all of those are in high spirits going into this game. Sean Reed, really? Oh, come on, mate. All right, don't care about you or you. All right, let's go. Okay, so they're in consistent form. We're in consistent form. It's not such a bad thing. At least we're on roughly level pegging there. But they are rated as a stronger team. Right. So this is... oh, he was a new signing, wasn't he? Nice. Yeah, we've got him on loan. Right, I want my A team for this. Oh, that Talbot did all right. He was a new loanee as well, wasn't he? Yeah. Look at that cheeky grin he's got. 33-year-old Drew Talbot on loan from Chesterfield. Did all right for us. I think he scored a goal. Yeah, he did. He scored a goal. Good job for a wing back, that is. But yeah, I want my A team. So let's find them. I definitely rested some players for this. Let's get Bradley Fuster in for a start in place of Dolling. Swap him for Maguire. Butler off the bench. Dolling on the bench. Where are my wing backs? Ah, there's Liddell. Good. Just gone blind to him for a moment there. Who do I want at right back? Right wing back, rather. Do I want Egan on, or do I give Drew Talbot another game? Drew Talbot's match fitness isn't really up yet. Okay, let's put Egan on. Right. I want Talbot on in place of Smith on the bench, though. Since he did pretty well, it might be handy to have him available to bring on if we need it. Is that my main? I think that's my main back three in defence at the moment. That's what I've been going with. Yep, so they're all good. Right, across the midfield. So we want Oliver on the bench. Or do we? No, we'll get Oliver off entirely. We'll get Sangare on. Even though he's one yellow away. He always seems to be one yellow away from suspension, this guy. He needs to calm his beans down. So what do I do about the attacking midfielder? I should probably go with Sean Reid. I did rest him for a reason. And he's the better player. And this guy, he makes a decent bench warmer. Because he can play midfield as well as attacking centre mid, which is pretty rare in my side. I've got Callum Nicholas, of course, but he's not very good in midfield at all. He's a little bit weak in general, to be honest. So that looks okay to me for the bench. That looks like the A team. I mean, the only debate might be if that Talbot shapes up to be more effective at right wing back than Leighton Egan. But for now, Egan, he's got good potential. He's young. He's been doing all right this season. On a good average rating as well. So yeah, we'll keep him in. All right, so team doesn't look too knackered, actually. That's not so bad. It'll be the cup game I'll be more exhausted for, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. At least we're playing that at home. So yeah, we're putting out the strongest team we can, I feel. And we can't ask for more than that. Are we on the right strategy, actually? Attacking. Yeah, that's what I want. Let's go. We want to try to score goals. Although being away from home, there's every chance I'll have to dial that back quite a lot if things are not going my way. Right, let's see. Not really many good options of what to say. Let's give the fans something to cheer. Now, Michael Liddell liked that. Everyone else not really bothered. They don't love the fans. Disgraceful. Okay, here we go. So, Blyth Spartans playing in the white shirts. Chorley, of course, in the black and white. And it's raining in Chorley. It's It's all right. The Spartans are used to playing in the rain. We know what we're doing in rain. Now the crowd clearly enjoying the passing going on there. And Reed smashes his way in for a foul. That's the first highlight over. Well done, Reed. At least they didn't get a shot on goal. So let's keep a careful eye on these stats. So we're 8 minutes in and our possession is 28%. Pretty bad. Demand more quickly before something goes wrong. Oh, great. Dan Maguire picks up his 6th yellow card of the season. Not exactly what we want. But we have a throw-in. And Reed is on the ball. Taking it upfield. Plays out left to Michael Little. Little, hoofing it forward. Finds Bradley Fuster. He tries the cross, but it's blocked well by Leather. And it's straight back up the field. Although Sangari now picks it up in midfield. Playing in Reed. Reed's coming out to the right this time. Leighton Egan's turn. Goes for a cross. Looking for Bradley Fuster. That looked like a foul, ref. Challoner with a clear and obvious shove into Bradley's back there. And the penalty has been given. And Sean Reed will step up and take it. Looks like a Shoreen classic. Just absolutely leathers it. Not too much in the aiming department, but plenty in the power. And we get a goal. We are 1-0 up after 15 minutes played. Let's have a look at that penalty from the other angle. Yeah, pretty bad. It's the keeper guessed the right way, but it was like an absolute rocket. So he failed to stop it. We'll take it either way. Right, let's tell Dan Maguire to ease off the tackles a bit. He's on a yellow. Why is he even tackling? Come on, Maguire, you're just a goal scorer, mate. You don't need to tackle. Don't risk yourself. Leighton Egan picking up a yellow card as well now. This season will definitely go down as a season of suspensions for Blyth. So many more cards picked up than last season. And I do wonder if it's something to do with making Kieran Green the captain. The team has seemed a bit more rough and ready and a bit dirtier, to be blunt, than it was in the first season. But we're getting through. We've got a slightly stronger squad. Oh, hey, capability. Good to see you. And the ball goes out for a throw-in. And that'll be the end of that highlight. Now, we've got to cling on to this till half-time, lads. No messing about. Let's demand more. Come on. Quickly. If we can take this 1-0 lead into half-time, I'll be a lot happier than if we don't. Just to state the obvious. But it will make a big difference for us for the half-time team talk. Kieran Green picking up his 8th yellow card of the season. Sangari in with a fantastic tackle there, running away with the ball, finds Dan Maguire, he's in the box, 1-on-1 with the keeper. Good stop by Chorley's man at the back, and again Byrne making a fantastic save from Dan Maguire's second shot attempt, but the danger's not over yet as Kieran Green smashes it into a defender. Newby there though with a fantastic tackle, taking Chorley out of danger for the time being, but that was one hell of an opportunity there, or two, maybe three opportunities. And here's Newby now on the attack. Plays in Blakeman, puts in a dangerous cross, finds Noble Lazarus, and of course we have conceded a goal before half-time. Exactly what I wanted to not happen, as usual, has occurred. Oh man. And there was just nobody marking that guy. Here it comes. Cross from Blakeman, and Noble Lazarus just completely open. Whoever this lad is here, he should have been marking him, but he wasn't. Right, demand more. It looks like we'll have to settle for 1-1 at half-time. I can't see us getting a goal in the next minute. Although there will be some added time, I'm sure. 2 minutes of added time. Is this a highlight for Blyth? Is it? Oh, let's make that change quickly. No, it doesn't look like it's ours. Maybe. Green picks the ball up in midfield. Plays it to Reed. Reed. Whoa! Reed obviously thinks he's going to do it all alone. What a smashing shot that was. From miles out. And it curls lovely and hit the post. Unbelievable stuff. Shame it wasn't a goal, but, you know, it was a bloody good effort. We'll give him that. Yeah, let's close down Noble Lazarus. Why have I got a speech impediment all of a sudden? Noble Lazarus. Noble Lazarus. Right, we've Yeah, we got that. We got that. Okay, dressing room. Encourage them. Should I encourage them or should I scream at them? What do we think? Oh, let's go for encouragement. No, no, assistant manager. You're rubbish. Why do I ever listen to you? The amount of times that happens. You know, I should have just gone for my classic aggressive half-time bollocking. That probably would have been better. But never mind. We kick off the second half. And I can at least scream and demand more from the sideline. Lang on the ball. It wasn't pretty, but he found Maguire, who nods it down to Fuster. Bradley Fuster, unfortunately, finds his shot blocked, and that ball will go out for a throw. But it is in a dangerous position. Apparently not dangerous enough, because we didn't get any highlight from it. Although we've got a free kick here, finding the head of Reed. Oh, that was dangerous. Somehow kept out of the net. And now it's a corner for Chorley. Come on, defend this, boys. And Reed finds himself on the break, charging upfield. Plays in Dan Maguire. He's got one man to beat. Oh, he beats the man, takes the shot, but keeper saves. He should have maybe played that into Bradley Fuster. He would have had a better shooting angle, I feel, there. But as usual, the classic Blyth Spartan corner comes to nothing and goes to no one good. Let's demand more. Demand more. Come on. Oh, that had me concerned. But the free kick going wide of the mark there. And Blyth Spartans can breathe once more. Sangari looking a bit pressured. Anyone playing particularly badly that I want to take off? No, I guess they're all passable for now. Michael Little with the throw-in to Bradley Fuster. Reed and back to Little. Little tried to play the ball off Newby. Not really sure what he was going for there, but he has lost possession. And now Chorley are on the attack. And this could be dangerous. We can't scream yet. Boyce needs to recover, it seems. Oh, no. Hans through. Oh, gets a shot off. Aiming for the top right corner, but it just sails a little bit too high of the target. And I'm relieved about that. Can we scream? We can. Scream more. Come on, boys. Although, to be honest, if you'd offered me a draw at the start of this game, I'd have taken it. A draw away from home against the league leaders is never a particularly bad thing, but it's not over yet. There's still at least 10 minutes of normal time to play. Michael Little on the ball, playing it out wide right to Egan. Egan with a good cross, finds the foot of Bradley Fuster. And we've taken the lead. No, we haven't, because it's been disallowed. Damn it, Bradley. Were you offside? Who was offside here? Oh, God. Come on. That was close. Unfortunately, Bradley Fuster's goal disallowed due to offside. What can you do, eh? So 5 minutes of normal time to play. We have a throw-in. Egan to Green and then back to Egan. The wing-back plays it to Reed, who's storming forward, finding space for Michael Little on the left. Puts a good cross in. Oh, Fuster's head deflected and then coming out to Reed. Sean Reed, unfortunately, failing to find the target. We are in the final minute of normal time. And yeah, now 2 minutes of added time, less than a minute to go. If we can take this, if we can just hold on to this draw. Can we not have a mistake at the back lines? Good man. O'Reilly on the ball. Luke O'Reilly been a very safe addition to our team this season. Done good work at the back. And that is the final whistle. We'll take this. I'm happy with this. A 1-1 draw away from home against league leaders Chorley. That will do. Particularly if we manage to beat them when we play the home leg this season. But I do feel we're a little bit unlucky there. At least we had a good amount of shots. They only had one shot on target. And of course they would bloody score that one shot on target, wouldn't they? But yeah. It wasn't too bad. We'll take that draw. Don't be too hard on the team. Okay, yeah, whatever. That'll do. Right, so next we've got the FA Trophy third round qualifier replay. against non-league South Shields, who we should have beaten first time around, but only managed to draw with away from home. So where's that leave us in the table? Well, that's not particularly great. Apparently Kidderminster have gone ahead of us and are now tied on points with Chorley. Chorley obviously ahead on goal difference, but not by too much. Blyth, unbelievable results this season, really. I still can't quite believe it. We're 19 games in. We've only actually lost one game, and that was against bogey team Boston United, who for some reason we had trouble with last season as well. 10 draws, though. So that's a lot of draws. But then again, you know, any one of those draws could well have been a loss. I'd rather have the draw than the loss. And yeah, so currently we're 1 point, again, 1 point off top spot. We do have the best goal difference in the league. Next closest to us is Spennymoor with plus 13. We're on plus 19. And we're well and truly comfortably in the playoffs. But I'd rather win the league if I can. If that's within our grasp, I would love to. Poor Darlington down on 9 points off 19 games. I think they're going down. When are we playing them? I think we probably already played them, haven't we? Yeah, okay. Onwards to South Shields. Who's this? Adam Boys. Why were we looking at Adam Boys? Oh, he doesn't like big matches. That could be a problem. He's a striker. He was probably recommended to us, wasn't he? I bet somebody from chat recommended to him to us from a previous session. He's looking pretty reasonable, actually. I mean, we don't need him because we've got some amazing players up front right now, but we'll add him to the shortlist because he seems all right. And yeah, he's 100% scouted, 4-star, pretty decent. All right. Oh, yeah, this guy as well. Apparently this guy was a goal machine, but dreads playing in big matches and fairly inconsistent. It's hard to believe that he's a goal machine with stats and conditions like that. But yeah, stranger things have happened. I mean, Bradley Fuster's stats aren't that amazing, but he is a goal machine. No, his stats look better than that guy's, but yeah. Remember last season's top goal scorer in the league, Bradley Fuster. Not doing quite so well this season. Was he on 11 goals so far? Dan Maguire doing much better on 19. And then Sean Reid on 11. Kind of helped by the fact that Sean Reid is our main penalty taker, though. He does get a lot of extra goals out of that. As at this level of football, there are often some horrible tackles in the box, resulting in quite a few penalties. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mute my mic there. Had my finger on the button, but didn't manage to press it, so sorry for that cough. Hope nobody was listening on the headphones. Right, let's have a look. Oh, we know very little about South Shields because they're non-league. Never mind, we don't need to know anything about them. All we need to know is that they're non-league and therefore should be worse than we are, and we should be smashing them. Fingers crossed we will. 2 days to recover, though, from that last match. We are going to have some tired players. Of course, anyone that's interested in seeing the full series of this, including the first season, obviously we're now in season 2. You can find that on my YouTube channel. That's channel_Doyle on YouTube. If you search for that, you'll find all my stuff. I'm a variety streamer, so there's more than just Football Manager there. There's a bunch of other things that I play. Feel free to check it out. But if you are interested in the entire playlist of this particular Football Manager career, it can be found there. And you can see the exciting first season that we had There was some real drama in that, particularly right at the end of the season. No spoilers, but yeah, take a look. You will see some drama. That's all I need to say. Right. They're worrying about lack of depth in defence. Why, though? Why are you worried about lack of depth in defence? I feel like I have enough defenders. These three guys are good. Buddle's good. We've got Cunningham on loan. We've got Hutchinson. Like, how many defenders do we really need? Or is he talking about the wing backs? I was thinking about signing another wing back, but then I've already done that. I've brought in Talbot. What? I don't understand why have we got a lack in defence? It's not like we're not like mega rich or anything. We can't afford loads of players. I've got as many as I could possibly have right now, I think, as far as being financially viable goes. Let me have a look at our finances. Yeah, look. We're as usual. We're overspending on our wage budget. 7,246 a week. So, you know, this is as good as it gets. We can't get anyone else in. They need to stop their whinging. Bank balance is looking nice and healthy. So, yeah, we left ourselves in a pretty good place financially last season. I was very frugal with a lot of things. Had 2 good cup runs as well, which brought in a pile of money. The only thing that I'm not generally frugal with is like just overspending my wage budget a little bit, but as I've said before, I always feel I can justify that as long as I have good cup runs and I bring in extra money for the club. And we've already had a good run in the FA Cup this season for a team of our level. Bank balance on 305k, that's pretty damn good. I'm quite comfortable with that, and we've not really spent much of our transfer budget either, or the scouting budget. We tend to be saving on that every season because I'm just not really using it much. Just picking up players from our own league and players on free transfers, generally speaking. Right. Are we just going to play the A team this time and get that match over and done with? Well, the answer to that will depend on our schedule. So, actually, we've got an entire week to recover. Is that right? Or are they going to force us to squeeze another cup match in between now and playing Nuneaton? Nuneaton are having a nightmare season, though, from what I remember. I think they're in the relegation zone. Yeah, they're 21st. So, and we're at home. So it shouldn't really be a difficult match. Yeah, we'll play the A team. Screw it. The reserves didn't manage to beat non-league South Shields away. Like, this is the whole reason we've got to play this right now, is because our reserves didn't do well enough. Maybe I'll make 1 or 2 changes though. So Egan, who's on 85%, I think I'll take him off and put this new man, Drew Talbot, on, because he actually had an impressive debut for us. Obviously, he's only a loan player. He's 33 years old, so I don't really want him permanently. I'm quite happy to just loan him. But he scored a goal on his debut. He's made 2 appearances for us. So, yeah, I think he deserves a game. Everyone else, they're looking all right, I guess. We've got Evans on the bench if I need to bring Liddle off, if he gets a little bit knackered. Sangare, still 1 yellow card away from suspension. Okay. Yeah, whatever. We've got spare midfielders now. We can afford another Sangare suspension if we have to. Yeah, I want to go with this. I just want to get this match dead and buried and won, because we don't want to go out of this cup, not this early. Like that would be a financial problem, let's say. So let's go with the good team. Aggressive, I expect nothing but a win. You horrible oiks. Drew Talbot, pick up where you left off from the assistant manager. Okay, he's the only one that reacted, and it wasn't to what I said. Never mind. Still, I mean, these guys, they drew with us. Like, the team needs a rocket up the arse after drawing to a non-league side, even if it was an away match. Shouldn't be happening. Talbot with the throw, finding Maguire. Reed, with a cracking effort from outside the 18-yard box there. What a way to start the game. 5 minutes played, and a thunderous shot from the right foot of Sean Reed puts Blyth Spartans ahead by a goal. Maguire setting him up there, and look at that. Keeper had no chance. Cracking effort. Okay, let's praise the lads. Well done, boys. Keep that up. Little's overwhelmed by the praise. He's having a bit of a cry about it. Somebody give him a hanky. And can we not concede immediately, boys? Oh, good save by O'Reilly, as usual. Like, that could very easily have been an equaliser for South Shields there. And we're only still ahead by virtue of the fact that Luke O'Reilly is a wonderful keeper. He's been doing nothing but good things for us all season. Baxter, again, looking dangerous, finding Lean, and again. Oh my God! O'Reilly, once more, just keeping Blyth hanging on to their lead with 2 spectacular saves. How that did not result in a goal, I have no idea. And we certainly only have Luke O'Reilly to thank for it. What is my defence doing? Clearly, they didn't respond well to being praised. It's time to go back to the usual stick. The carrot doesn't work. It's back to the stick. And Michael Little, offside there, probably by an absolute mile by the looks of it. That comes to nothing. And suddenly we have a corner for South Shields. It's a dangerous corner there. Finding whoever this chappie was, completely unmarked. Finnegan, it was. But unfortunately for him, his accuracy with the header was appalling. So we get away with it again. I'm still not feeling very comfortable here. We're only 1 goal ahead, and they've had some real chances in the most recent highlights. Old South Shields. So we need to watch ourselves. And we are in that danger zone just before half-time where we do so much love to concede goals. Let's hope this isn't one of those times. Michael Little putting a dangerous cross into the box, finds the head of Dan Maguire, and Dan Maguire scores his 20th goal for the club this season. Assist again by Michael Little, the man who assists so many of our goals as well. He's a fantastic player. I don't know what we'd be doing without him on the left wing back, but cracking effort there. Dan Maguire just getting ahead of his marker and smashing that firmly into the net. So we now have a 2-goal lead. We can start feeling a little bit more comfortable before we go into half time. Oh, he's going for the long shot there, Finnegan, desperately trying to make up for his earlier miss with his head, but it wasn't to be. Oh, Rylan says, this is fascinating, I'm not even a sports lover. Hey Rylan, I didn't know you were here. Good to see you, mate. Well, it's half time and we are 2-0 up. That's the way things should be. As usual, Tony McQuaid suggests we say nothing to the lads. He believes firmly in the silent treatment. I don't think we should do that, though. Let's tell them we're very happy with how things are going and send them back out. And we kick off the second half at Croft Park. And surprisingly, for a change, it's not raining here. Let's make the most of the nice weather. Finnegan completely running rings around Sangare there. Made him look a bit terrible, to be honest. Okay, now we have a throw-in. Talbot throws it to Reed. Back to Talbot. The new lone player. Smashing the ball upfield. That is the way we like it at Blyth, but unfortunately not a good enough ball to find Dan Maguire. Sangare winning the header in midfield, though, and we're on the attack with Sean Reed playing it back to Sangare. He's got room for the shot. He takes it, and it's saved by South Shields keeper, whose name is apparently England. What a save that was. Kieran Green with the corner. As usual, a trademark terrible corner. But Reed gets another shot opportunity as it's a poor clearance. Lang is on the ball, and it comes to nothing. Still, we are 2-0. We are 2-0 up. Just looking at the possession here, South Shields are doing really well. Non-league side, 60% possession they had. I think it's time for a demand more. That's just not good enough. Of course, if you don't know already, that is by far my favourite shout. Demand more. Works so often. Sangare with a free kick. Finding the head of Lang, and he finds the net. The defender scoring only his second goal of the season, but it's early days yet. He scored quite a few goals in the first season, did Lang, because we had him taking free kicks, and somehow he bagged a few of those, which is pretty good going for a central defender. But yeah, lovely goal there. And that's 3-0. We've got a very comfortable lead. We're going to see that again for the offside. As you can see, we are well and truly onside there. Lang getting ahead of his man, smashing it in with his noggin. Now we've got a corner. Michael Little takes, finds the head of Green, who unfortunately hits the bar. That was very nearly a 4th goal for Blyth. And an uncharacteristically good corner for us for a change there. As I've said before, one day I will sign someone that can take set pieces. Until that day comes, I'm going to keep complaining about how bad our corners are. Right, let's demand more. I saw a few players looking complacent there. I should probably be praising them for being 3-0 up, but when the lads are looking complacent, I don't want to give them reason to get even more complacent, do I? Lean back to Summers. Summers with a cross, finding Finnegan, who gets another head at goal, but it was a weak one, and O'Reilly will claim that comfortably. Playing it out short now to Lang. Lang playing in Green. Green with the long ball, finding Bradley Fuster with a burst of pace there. Bradley Fuster takes the shot. First shot is saved, second shot hits the post. Oh, wow. And then a South Shields defender scrapes it off the line. That was Morse. Sangari now with a free kick, looking for a goal, but not finding it as it goes wide of the post. Bernard with the throw-in to Maguire. We've not seen much of him this match. It looks like a turnaround. South Shields are now on the attack, and that danger man Finnegan in possession again. Playing it back to Baxter. Back to Finnegan, finding Wright. Come on, Blyth, put a tackle in, lads. There we go. Sangari takes possession away from South Shields. Plays it back safely to Lang, who decides he's going to charge up the field a little bit. Pass to Liddle. Liddle looking for the long ball to find Bradley Fuster. Fails, but the defensive header was appalling, and that does at least find Bradley. Oh! Cracking effort from Bradley Fuster. Keeper makes the save with the outstretched hand, but Dan Maguire picking up the rebound. Unfortunately, offside, though, for that. And as you can see, he's a mile offside there. But, you know, at least he was there to get the rebound. He just needs to work on his positioning a little bit more. I think it is now time to praise the lads as we are coming into the closing stages of the match with a 3-goal cushion. There is not much that could go wrong at this point. I mean, well, we could have injuries. Now I've said that. Let's hope nobody gets injured. Maybe it's time. It is time for some substitutions. Yeah, let's close him down. Because, yeah, 10 minutes of normal time to play, a 3-goal cushion. Let's give someone a rest. Bradley Fuster, apparently not having the best game of his life, so let's take him off. We'll keep Maguire on. What else we got? Kieran Green looking a little bit knackered. Talbot looking complacent. Screw it. We'll leave him on. Thinking of taking Green off though, since he's a little bit tired, which means bringing Elliot Holmes on. See how Holmes. Yeah, he looks pretty decent in midfield. Do I need to swap these two around? Nah, not really. They're slightly better off that way around. Okay, so we'll do that, and we'll hold back one substitute just in case of injuries. Right. What shall I say to them? No pressure. There's no pressure. Just go and relax, play some football. We're winning. It's all good. Nothing to worry about here. And 5 minutes of normal time to go. The substitutes are on. Let's see if they can do anything. I think Kieran Green will be glad of the rest. He plays a lot of football. I mean, last season he was only one position behind our most played player. I think our most played player was Jameson in goal. It's a lot easier to play every game when you're in goal. And after that, it was Kieran Green. So he's well deserving of a rest. Right, we are now into the final dying seconds of added time. And the whistle is going any moment. Just messing about with the ball at this stage. The win is sealed. The deal is done. And there's the final whistle. Blyth win 3-0. Perhaps the scoreline we should have had from the original leg of this match. Now well and truly taken at home. Yeah, they did well. Efforts were excellent. That will do. So, next match coming up, it looks like we've got a week's rest, which will be lovely. Is going to be Nuneaton, who are in the relegation zone. Oh, look at that. Money's rolling in. We got 5k for that. Oh no, really? Oh, the next round we've got Stockport County. Stockport, of course, being the team that won the league in our first season, are now playing a division above us and will probably be a tough team for us. On the plus side, we're at home. Maybe if we're lucky, they don't care so much about going far in the cup. I can hope, can't I? But yeah, that's a very tough draw for us. And yeah, we might be crashing out of the cup earlier than I would have hoped. Right, we're definitely at home, aren't we? Yeah, so we will go for extra time if they're willing to have it, so we get it sorted in one fixture. We don't want it to go to a replay and play away from home. Of course, you can get more money out of it by having a whole second fixture, but at this stage, I want to focus on trying to win the league as well. So I don't want extra matches grinding my team down, wearing down my fitness, and potentially bringing in more injuries. Right, so Lang did really well. Let's praise Lang. Well done. Good job. Yay. And of course, he did score that goal with his head as well. Fantastic stuff from him. Right. Stockport have decided not to arrange extra time because they're dicks. Okay, Stockport, fine. To be fair, I'd have done exactly the same. I'd have said no if I was playing away from home. Can't really be too harsh on them, but still, it's not what I wanted. Where are we at now then? No, we don't want more coaches. We can't afford it. We're not a rich club. Karanka unhappy with Rouse's loan agreement. Oh, I don't even know who you are. I obviously loaned you and then decided you were shit and haven't used you. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah. Oh yeah, the 18-year-old. And I yeah, and I immediately sent him to go play for my under 18s. Probably not getting the level of football they were hoping. I should probably cancel the loan. Wow, okay. Well, their manager was happy to accept that I think he's shit. He was like, okay, fair enough. Hopefully he can impress you. So, well, that'll do for now. I probably should cancel that loan. It's not costing me anything, though. If I remember rightly, I got him completely scot-free. Let me just check. Yeah, I'm paying absolutely nothing for having this kid, so it doesn't do me any harm to have him play for my under 18s for a bit. Right. So the next bit of action will be against Nuneaton. They only just scraped their way through last season. I remember they very nearly got relegated themselves. It came down to the very last match of the season, and they managed to pull off a win against. Was that against Stockport? Even I think it was. And somehow, by the virtue of beating the team that was top of the league, managed to keep themselves out of the relegation. But this season, it looks like they're in the same position again. And they're really struggling. And hopefully we'll be piling on the misery for them. Yeah, and then only 3 days rest after Nuneaton, and we've got to play Stockport in the Cup. Pretty pessimistic about that fixture. I think they're going to knock us out. But we'll do the best we can. All right, let's praise some good training. And Egan as well, why not? He's probably the player that I end up praising the most last season for his training. He's young. It's good to know that he keeps training well. Hopefully he'll come close to that potential. Obviously at our club he's never going to hit his full potential, but the closer we can get him to it, the better. Smith, appalling stuff. Not that I'm really too bothered about you. But Lewis Lang training badly is a problem. Criticised training. because he is one of our first choice defenders. We don't want him slipping. Right, there we go. Okay, he's obviously calculating a whole ton of results at the moment. We do have quite a lot of leagues enabled on this. I like playing with a lot of leagues. It gives you far more players in the game. All right, there we go. Who's this guy? Tom Stead. Centre back. I don't remember much about this guy. Let's keep scouting him though. His ability initially looks pretty good, and I'm always looking for improvements in my back three. So, Brotherton! I remember a couple of sessions back, we almost got him nailed down, and then I clicked walk away after he'd agreed to the contract, and we missed out on him. That's just jogged my memory talking about central defenders. Sam Brotherton. I think it's time to have a look for him again, see if he's still unemployed, and see if he's willing to talk to us again. Because understandably, after agreeing a contract and then me going, all right, cheers, mate, and slamming the door in his face without completing the deal, he didn't want to talk to me after that. Let's have a look for him. Right, there he is. There he is. He's still unemployed. He's still unemployed. Okay, come on. Will you talk to us? Please talk to me. Oh, he's willing. He's willing. He's gotten over it. He's clearly forgotten. Right, I can't really offer him much. I remember the only way I managed to do it was I had to go for a really really massive signing on fee. This is gonna break my club financially, but he's such a good player. This kind of level of player signing for me could make the difference between me winning the league or not winning the league, you see. Non-promotion release clause? No, we don't want that. Match highest earner? Well, no. Like you're going to be the highest earner anyway. Oh man, what are we gonna do? What's the biggest bonus I can give him here? That should do it. That says excludes current season. So, I can probably afford to go that. Hope that I get promoted and never actually need to pay him for winning the Vanarama North, because we'll have already won it before that kicks in. Now what? Let's up the agent fee a bit. Give him a sweetener. Okay, suggest terms. Okay, he wants a lot more money. 875. So I need to add on like 200 quid to this. Well, that's as much as I can add. He wants the highest earner clause in there, and that's now non-negotiable. He will not budge on that. Right, let's up the signing on fee a bit to 12k maybe. See if he'll go with this. We've got it. We've got him. Okay, now this time, rather than getting all excited and giddy and pressing the wrong button, we're not going to click walk away. We're going to click finalize the damn deal, which is this button here. Finalized. There we go. Now, exit talks. See, that's what I thought I was doing previously. I thought I'd already finalized, and then you hit exit talks is in the same position as walk away. Oh, man. I'm so glad we didn't screw it up this time. I didn't remember to look at when he's going to come in exactly. Hopefully in a few days, and not next season. I don't know. Has the transfer window closed? I don't think it has. I can't even remember what month we're in right now. And the game is saving, so hopefully that's a done deal. That is gonna financially impact the club somewhat, as I'm already overspending on my wages, and bringing him in is going to massively make me overspend on my wages. But I did have some players whinging that we need more defenders, so maybe that will shut them up. Although the chairman might not be too happy about us hemorrhaging money for the rest of the season. If we go up, it's fine. The Brian Clough strategy. You've got to spend to go up. Right. I want to have a look at transfers. When's he actually going to come in? It doesn't say yet. I hope he's not lost too many stats from being unemployed for, well, 6 months or so. He's just been sat playing on his PlayStation, playing FIFA probably, and eating Doritos. Let's hope he's still got some energy for playing football left in him. All right, let's praise his training. Whoever you are, well done. You're doing great. Ah, that reminds me. Now, we do have a regen who was looking pretty tasty for us. No, not him. He's on loan. It was Sean Morrissey. He looks half decent. Because I did say to Nexus that once I've got a regen worth renaming, I'll look at renaming someone. Nexus is a regular on my Battletech stream, and he lasted 4 turns as a pilot in my Battletech playthrough. He got created, he entered a mission, he died. That was it. That was his entire life. So I need to set a nickname. I think that's how you do it, isn't it? There we go. And we'll just name him Nexus. There we go. So Nexus, there you are. You're now in the game. That's you. And we'll be able to keep track of your career and progression as a youth player. Even if you don't stay at the club, we'll still be able to see what goes on with you. Right. Oh no, our match got postponed. Damn the waterlogged pitch. Oh, Croft Park is essentially just marshland most of the time, it seems. Ryland says, do you realise he's going to sustain a major injury in the first game? Yeah, but the thing is, Ryland, in Football Manager, nobody dies. So we're safe there. He might get a damaged cruciate ligament and be out for like 13 months, but I think that's the worst that can happen to him. So I can at least, be relieved and sure and calm and confident that he cannot die. He could retire from football, though. That's possible. He could get an injury that's so bad he decides to retire. But, yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen to him. And, yeah, if more of my subscribers do end up watching the Football Manager, most of you are Battletech people at the moment, so I haven't really put you into Football Manager, but out of the subscribers I've got, if some of you are showing up regularly for Football Manager, you will, of course, get added into the game. I will rename players. I don't want to rename real-life players because I think that's a no-no in the Football Manager community, I think, really. But regens, so players that are made up and created that enter the database, there's no problem with renaming them because they're not real people. So I'm more than happy to put in all my subscribers eventually with regens. But of course, there's no use me naming really crap players. Like really crap players are not going to feature much. But someone with a good amount of potential, that's worth naming after a subscriber. And that's our first one for Nexus, in memory of Nexus, the Battletech pilot who died a horrible, squishy, messy death in his first mission. Right, Brotherton delayed due to work permit. Oh no, is this going to be the issue? Is this why he's unemployed? Because he can't get a work permit? I've got a horrible feeling that I'm not going to be able to get him. The work permit's going to get denied. He was playing as an international previously, though. I think that helps if he's an international. But I also think they need to be earning over a certain amount per week as well. The rules can change. I'm not 100% sure where we're at with the rules on work permits in this playthrough right now. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what immigration says. I mean, he's from New Zealand. We normally let like Kiwis and Aussies in, no problem over here. They should just let him play, but we'll have to wait and see. Right, okay, so now we've got Stockport County, and thanks to that game being postponed against Nuneaton, we are now going to be much fitter and healthier for our FA Trophy match against Stockport, which can only be a good thing, really. We're now favourites. That's nice. And we'll be able to go out there with our A team as well, which I'm very pleased about. I think that's everybody already in. Yeah, A team is there. So let's do it. And yeah, of course, we're at home as well. It's still a very tough game for us, but we've probably got the best chance we're going to get right now out of it. Right. No, not one. We want praise. There we go. Well done, Dan Maguire. Keep training well. Paul Smith, you're a moron. Stop it. All right, there we go. Here it comes, Stockport County. Our opportunity to knock them out of the FA Trophy and claim some kind of revenge at being robbed by winning the league last season by a mere point. No! No! They've rejected the work permit. So unfortunately, the Sam Brotherton deal has been put on hold after the initial application for a work permit was declined. Brotherton's nation, New Zealand, do not have a high enough world ranking. Oh, come on. If the transfer goes through without a work permit being granted, Brotherton will be unable to play, blah, 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 of course. Yeah, I know. Oh, man. So you may choose to appeal if you believe Brotherton will get enough points to meet the requirement for a work permit. Points are allocated based upon transfer fee, wages, and the standard of the division the player has moved from. Should the appeal fail, we would have to wait 120 days before being able to lodge another work permit application for him, which they'll say no to anyway. So, I mean, we can try appealing. Nothing will come of this, I don't think. That's it. We just can't have him. We're like bottom of the playable football leagues in England. So, yeah, he's currently on a free transfer. He's not moving from a high division. His wages are not really that high. Well, they are for us. For our club, they're high. But in the grand scheme of football wages, 600 odd quid a week is not really very high. And there's no transfer fee because he's free. So, yeah, we're not going to get these points required. But I'll appeal anyway, just, because, just on principle, that I'm disgruntled that they're not allowing a Kiwi to come and play for us. Like, come on. They've got our flag on their flag. Why can't he come play for us? Seems ridiculous. All right. Okay. And that match against Stockport has now been postponed. When Croft Park is waterlogged, it's really, really waterlogged, isn't it? So 2 matches in a row now have been suspended, postponed, whatever you want to call it. That's awful, because that there goes our chance now, I think, of having a really good chance of beating them. Oh no, maybe it's not too bad. They are still the next game we're playing. All right, so it's been pushed back till Thursday. What will be affected is the Nuneaton match, so we're going to be absolutely shagged for that. But again, bottom end of the league, hopefully we'll get away with it. This is the fixture that matters right now, though. Beating Stockport, getting the revenge, and obviously continuing the cup run. So, yeah, sad times. Looks like we're not going to get Sam Brotherton after all. The chairman will be happy. We're not going to bankrupt the club. But that is a huge blow, though, because he's an absolutely fantastic defender. Obviously, we had him in the first season on loan, and he ended up playing as our captain for the season as well. Just a really, really great player for this level of football, and it would have made a massive difference at the back for us to have him back again. But it's not to be, apparently. Right, Stockport, here we go. Is he new? He might be new. Oh dear. So he's been signed formerly a Swindon man, and before that Cheltenham, and before that Fulham. And in fact has played in the Premier Division, I guess. Well, it doesn't say he made any appearances, but he was at Fulham when they were in the Premier Division. Elijah Adebayo is probably going to be pretty good for our level of football. I'll have to keep an eye out for that man. Okay. But then again, Stockport always were capable of scoring goals. We just need to try to be back and try to score more than them. Because that's how football works. Score more goals than the opposition and you'll win. How a lot of sports work, to be honest. But yeah, we'll probably stick with our usual attacking style of football. Just go out, try and bag goals, try to make the most of the fact that we've got a very strong team in attack. I don't want to go into this game playing negative defensive football because we'll end up losing anyhow if we do that. So we may as well go for broke. Right, Chorley want to loan Tom Stead. Right, well, if Chorley want to loan him, maybe I'll just try and sign him, especially since Brotherton isn't going to pan out. Currently at Preston, value 18.25k. Well, we can actually afford that if it's around that. I mean, he looks decent. Heading could be better. Tackling could be better, to be fair. Oh, his first touch, not great. But then again, what can I expect really for a defender at this level? Positioning is fantastic. Decisions. Nice to have a centre-back with some pace as well. I mean, the main thing I'm looking at is that he does appear to be an improvement over what I've already got in terms of the defence. Where's my... No, that's not what I'm looking for. Is it overview I'm looking for? I guess so, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, on current rating, if we brought him in, he would be our second best defender at the club. What's his problems? Yeah, first touch, obviously, we could see that. He's a little bit selfish. Is he 100% scouted? He's 90% scouted. Okay. Well, let's keep scouting him. Scout him a little bit more. Yeah, scouting in progress. Maybe we'll get an analyst report on him as well. Send in the analysts. Yeah, we'll see about him. We might only be able to loan him. We could try. He is loan listed, so. But yeah, if he's wanted by Chorley are top of the league at the moment. So, you know, if they want him and we were already looking at him, it would just be a mistake to not try to deny them, wouldn't it? And also, if it gives us an edge, it's well worth doing. Yeah, obviously Sam Brotherton isn't going to pan out, so what harm can it do? Right. Come on, can we finally play a game? Can we just get people with buckets? Get all of our fans in the stadium with buckets, just bailing out the pitch. Then maybe we can play. Okay. We will be finding out if we survive, if we win this game against Stockport, we will be able to see who we've got next in the cup after this day progresses. and this autosave completes. All right, come on. Can we play the game, please? Mirthsome or Woking? Well, I know how to say Woking, but Mirthsome? Mirthsome? Mirthsome. I've never heard of it. Sorry if you're from there. I've never heard of it. I don't even know how to say it. Where on earth are you? All these players appear to be English. You see, I was going to guess that maybe it was somewhere in Wales, but apparently not. They don't have Welsh players. Oh, they got a Portuguese player, though. Crikey. How have they managed that? Yeah, so appear to be non-league. Never heard of them. Don't know where that is on a map, but yeah. Or Woking. I know where Woking is, though. They're in the Vanarama National League South, as you can see here. 5th. So they're doing pretty well. And obviously the South is the equivalent of our division. It's separated into North and South. We're in the North, they're in the South. So Woking would be a tough draw. And it's pretty likely that Woking will win this fixture and they will be our opponents. But first, we should focus on beating Stockport because we won't be playing either of those teams if we lose. Oh, Nexus is training well. Already, we've renamed him and already Nexus is doing well. Good lad, keep training well. Keep it up. One day you will become a real footballer. Kabiru Obi. Who are you? Kabiru Obi. See, he's just a regen in our youth team. No worries. He doesn't look like he's going to be very good. Deshaun Bernard still feels there's a lack of depth in defence. Well, don't worry, Deshaun. We're working on that. Just want a little bit more scouting information on Tom Stead. Oh, his value's dropped. That's good. He's getting cheaper the longer we leave it. Have they put in a loan offer yet? I don't think they have. We need to watch that carefully. We don't want to get gazumped. Oh man, look at this. This is going to be horrible. By the time we play 12th place Brackley Town, we're going to be absolutely shafted for fitness. Oh, this is what happens when your pitch is made of clay and water. Damn. Okay. Here we go. We've got the edge. Is it going to be postponed again? Moment of truth. Drum roll, please. As we're about to find out if bringing the fans in with buckets to drain the pitch has done the job. What's Lewis Lang's contract? When's that expiring? Oh, why are you losing so many stats, Lang? What's this shit? So I've got him till 2020. I can't afford to offer new contracts out at the moment. I'm just going to have to ignore that advice and cross my fingers. Yeah, there we go. Brotherton's work permit application full on rejected for a second time. Damn. He's unwilling to join without a work permit. Well, I'm glad you've got a good work ethic and you're unwilling to join a club where all you can do is sit on your bum and earn money for nothing. But yeah, I'm going to cancel that transfer. There's no point in me signing someone that's not allowed to work in the country. What a shame, though, because he's a great player. And he was our only international as well when we had him on loan. Obviously, for New Zealand. They're not the best international team in the world, but any international team is good at the level of Blyth Spartans. I was happy with that. But it kind of was inconvenient when he had to go away and play his international matches. Left us a little bit weak, but man, okay, we've now got 2 games in hand in the league. We're still in the playoff zone, even with 2 games in hand on the teams above us. But yeah, all this waterlogged pitch shenanigans has not been helping. Why have we not played the match yet? Is there a reason? Oh, what's going on here? Trevor Hunt, who are you? At Telford. Good potential, but doesn't really look that great for the time being. Oh no, tell me he's not already been loaned. No, he hasn't. It's all right. It's all right. I think they've maybe just lost interest in loaning him. Anything else come to light? No, we're still only 90% scouted. Damn it, play a match so that we can scout you more. Okay, we've got Stockport now, who are in poor form. That's pleasing. They've been taking some big losses recently. Right, okay. Probably not going to get a better time than this to play them, are we? Make sure we've got the A team out, and we have. Good. Am I allowed 2 extra subs for this? No, this is the FA Trophy. I'm only allowed 5 subs, I believe, for the FA Trophy. So we will leave everything as it is, and we will go into this match. Yes, proceed. And Stockport going for the classic 4-4-2. As usual, assistant manager says, say nothing, it's fine. Right, Stockport have lost 3 of their last 5 games. I expect us to pile on the misery today. Or we could just go, I want you to pick up where you left off last time out. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, come on. One day I'll do a team talk that gets a damned response. Never mind. So, Stockport County playing in the blue shirts. And we are playing at home at Croft Park. And it doesn't appear to be raining. Always worth noting that at Croft Park. It's not raining for a change. And finally, after 2 postponed matches, the pitch is no longer waterlogged. So, early free kick for Stockport there. Made me a little bit nervous. So let's go for a demand more nice and early in the first 10 minutes. Team looking focused after that feedback. Let's hope it makes a difference. Well, Sean Reid got a yellow card. I guess that's something. Not really the difference I was hoping it would make, but right. Time for another demand more. Come on, boys. Come on. We've had more shots than they have. We've only put 1 in 3 on target, though. And we're also winning on possession as well. All right, let's shut him down. Michael Little with a corner. It's a terrible corner, but Lyons picks it up. Back to Little. Playing to Bernard. Bernard finding Reid in the middle. Oh, shot blocked. And Egan picking it up in the Blyth half. And that's the end of that highlight. So that was a little glimmer of hope there. There's at least a chance we can get highlights out of this. Of course, if we don't win this, it will go to a replay at Stockport. And so the way things are looking so far, it looks like they're just parking the bus. They're just not going to let us score. They want the replay. I really don't want a replay because my team's already got loads of fixtures squashed up. They're already going to be absolutely shagged for their fitness. What should I do? Encourage them. I'm going to go for the aggressive half-time bollocking. Aggressive bollockings all round. Hooray! There we go. Get out there, play some football, do something good, score a damned goal. We don't want a replay. We do not want a replay. You're not fit enough to handle a replay. You lot drink too much and eat too many pies. You can't hack it. Right, Little putting a wonderful cross. No, that's not a wonderful cross. That's just smashing it into the defender. All right, at least the stats are looking in our favour at the moment, but time is ticking away quite rapidly. It's 51 minutes now. Lions on the ball at the back, playing it to Lang, fellow defender there. Lang with the long ball, finding Bradley Fuster. We've got Maguire in the middle. Oh, Fuster tackled, but Egan picks up the loose ball, puts in a cross, finds the head of Bradley Fuster, but claimed easily by Evans there at the back for Stockport. At least that looked positive and could very easily have been a goal for Blyth. Adebayo picking up a yellow card for Stockport. No, not again. Sean Reid had a similar injury last season, I believe, and was out for a little bit. He's picked up a calf injury, I think it said. That's bad news for us. Sean Reid is a linchpin in the attacking midfield position. And I remember previously when he's been injured, suddenly the goals just dried up. So he was obviously doing something for the team. Also, he takes our penalties, also worth noting. Now, we've got Elliot Holmes, the guy we brought in on loan, who's a much better replacement than what the options we had previously. But still, he's not Sean Reid. He is not Sean Reid. But this man will have to do. He's not had time to form a relationship with my strikers just yet. He's too recently been brought into the club. Let's hope that he goes out there wanting to impress. Now, why has that substitution not been made yet? Has the ball not gone out of play? Oh, there we go. Now it has. So, Elliot Holmes now on the field in the attacking midfield position. I think he's only made one previous appearance for the club. Maybe two. I forget now. But he's not played much football for us. Not had time to settle in. Let's hope that doesn't cost us. Oh, a great block by Sangare, but it's not enough. Turnbull has another shot on the rebound, and we have conceded a goal in the 71st minute. It's 1-0 to Stockport, and we'll demand more, but yeah, this is unfortunate stuff. The stats had been in our favour for so long. Good block there initially, but he just threads it through, and this time O'Reilly just unable to keep the ball out of the net. He's done so well for us in so many games, so I'm not going to give him shit over that. Oh, Michael Liddell injured as well. What's this, Stockport, you dirty bastards? We've got a potential thigh injury on Michael Liddell. Man, this is not going to go our way, is it? Right, we do have Kieran Evans on the bench. He can come on. It's nowhere near as good as Liddell, though. Stockport obviously know where our goals are coming from. They've injured Michael Liddell and Sean Reid. Big providers of goals for the Spartans. So I think, in light of what's occurred with those injuries, this isn't going to be a win for us. We are going to crash out of the cup, most likely. But Bradley Fuster trying to find anyone in the box. Kieran Green plays it to Egan. Egan finding Sangare, who shoots from the edge of the 18-yard box. But once again, it's saved by Evans. It goes out for a corner this time. Kieran Green will take the corner. Whips in an awful corner, easily claimed by Evans. What a shame. It's not going our way, is it? 2 injuries to 2 key players, but we have got another highlight here. Sangare crossing the ball, looking for Bernard's head. Finds it, heads it to Lyons. Lyons plays it back out to Bernard. Bernard in the box. Back to Lyons, who crashes a shot through the hand of Evans. It looks like he got a touch on it, and that's disallowed for offside. You are shitting me. Oh my God, we got 2 men offside, not 1, but 2. It is just not our game. It is not our game. And we have 5 minutes of added time, and they are trickling away very rapidly. Let's go very attacking, all-out attack for the last 30 seconds. It won't make a difference. This game is lost, and we are out of the cup. What a way to go out. Dan Maguire! Oh, no! Oh, the amount of goals he scores from there. And that just gave me that little bit of hope in the dying seconds. Clearly, the game is just toying with our emotions here. Yeah, and there's the final whistle. We do lose after all, 1-0 to Stockport. And look at these stats. Look at this. We have been well and truly FM'd here. It has fucked us royally. What can you do, though? The highlights were going our way. Everything was going our way. I don't feel like the strategy was wrong. It looked like it was all going good. And we've lost the match anyhow. Well, that was disappointing. And now, off the back of that disappointing crash out of the cup, we've got to play 2 fixtures very close together. Unfortunate for us. So, Sean Reid, let's find out what's going on with his calf strain. He's going to be out for 4 to 5 weeks. Oh no, that's disastrous. That's not good. Oh man, with our physios as well. Our physios aren't good. Okay, well, we're not going to give him an injection. We'll just have to cope without him against Nuneaton. Rather just get him straight into physiotherapy. Try and get him back on track. Injured after sprinting. So apparently Stockport didn't foul him at all. He just hurt himself by running too much. Fair enough. I'll take my words back. Well, not for Michael Liddell, though. Stockport smashed him. He's only out for 1 to 2 days with a tight thigh, though. So that's fine. We're going to have him back very soon. Possibly not for the Nuneaton game, though, because I think that's really close. Yeah, it's only a couple of days away. It's debatable. We'll see. He might be fit enough for maybe half a match. Ryland says, I watched the Super Bowl with a bunch of Americans this past weekend and nobody could explain the rules for offsides in soccer. Oh dear. Yeah, Blyth lose a key man. That is unfortunate. Oh dear. Oh, I'm still reeling from that loss against Stockport. I was so hopeful. Chesterfield have made an offer for Nexus. Oh, Nexus, you're popular, man. They want to buy you. We're going to reject that offer. Not for the good of your career, but for the good of mine. Reject. No, he's staying at our club. He might be a wonder kid for our level. This, just all of this is painful. Too many fixtures, too close together. That is really going to hurt us in the league. But on the plus side, you know, there is a positive to going out of the cup at this point. In that all we have to do for the rest of the season is play league matches. So we really can fully focus our attention on our league campaign. And again, two games in hand. And we are within reach. Like, if we win both of our games in hand, that would put us top of the table with 40 points, which would be fantastic. We're probably not going to win both of our games in hand, but, you know, we'll give it a good go. Particularly when these games are all smushed together like that and everyone's going to be knackered. Egan, yeah, that's praise again. I like to keep doing these little praises for the training because I do feel like some players just react really well to it and just keep training well. And that gives them a better chance at some stat increases. Just seems foolish to not do it. Right, there we go. Right, Nuneaton, 22nd in the league. Should be an easy win, right? Should be. But anything can happen. But yeah, to be fair, Ryland, I couldn't explain the rules of American football. Like, half the time, I have no idea what's happening. It's like, oh, they've done something and now play stopped. Okay, and now something else has happened and now play stopped. Oh, and it's another timeout. Oh, and another break. And another break. Like, does anything happen? It's hard to keep track of. I'm sure if you've grown up watching it, it all makes perfect sense. Same as we have with football over here. Right, we're surefire favourites to overwhelm Nuneaton. which probably means we're going to lose. Oh, God. How many reserves am I going to have to play? That is the question. How many exhausted players will I have? Because the question here is, do I take the gamble, play a weaker side against Nuneaton and keep some players fit from my A team for playing against Brackley, who are clearly a much tougher team? Or do I just not risk losing to Nuneaton by playing my reserves and just play the A team and have done with it and just play them knackered against Brackley? It's a tough one because my reserves really, like we've already, my reserve team, just from swapping some of them in last session to play away at non-league South Shields, that resulted in me only scraping a draw against a non-league side by using my reserves. So to use them against a team in the same division as me, I could lose the game just off the back of that. So it really is a tough choice what to do there. Right, Tom Stead. Okay, he needs to be more consistent. That could be worse. Let's have a look at his attributes now. We've got the final scores in. He's got some good physical stats. Strength could be better. He's only 5'11" though. It's not really... I prefer my centre-backs to be at least 6 foot. But if I remember rightly, he can play as cover. Let's make an offer. Hold on. 1 second. Just check his overview. Yeah, he's definitely... Yeah, he looks like he's going to be on a par with Lang. That is a definite improvement to the club if I sign this lad. Right, let's make an offer. Let's see about actually signing him rather than just loaning him. Or should I just loan him and then think about signing him next season if the loan pans out? Let's try that. So loan offer. Right, he's listed for loan. What's going on here? Why can't I do anything? Why can't I negotiate a loan with this guy? He's listed for loan. This makes no sense to me unless somebody has already agreed a loan. If I actually use my eyes, I can see Preston would prefer Tom Stead to play with higher quality players. All right, so they're not willing to loan him out because we're shit. Fair enough. So we'll just offer to buy him then. So he's valued at 17.75k. So if we just offer 5k and see what they say. Oh, they want 35k and 40% of the profit from the next sale. Not asking much then, are you really, Preston? Well, I don't have 35k, Preston. How's about 10k and 30% of the profit for the next sale? No, they say 40% and 30k fee. Shit. I see where this is going. This is not going our way, is it? All right. What about 14k and 50% of the next sale? How about that? No, they still want 24k. Look, come on. The lad's value is 17.75k. He's on 350 quid a week. How is it that you think that you're going to get this kind of money out of a Vanarama North side? What is wrong with your brain, Preston? Okay, let's try 16k. I can't add any more to that. Let's just try that. Discussions have not made enough progress and they've decided to strop off like assholes. Okay, all right. How about 18k? Like, come on, that's almost what you're asking for him. You wanted 24k or something. 18k is pretty close. That's like nearly all of my budget, though. All right. Now, the next problem, playing Nuneaton with a tired side. Oh, God. What am I going to do? Glenn Bell's turned 17 and can be offered a professional contract. Well, he's not going to get one with potential like that. He's going to go back to whatever his day job is. Oh. You have to laugh or you scream or cry. The match has been postponed due to a waterlogged pitch at Croft Park again. What are they doing there? Like, is there just like a river that just ends in the stadium or something? Have they redirected a stream directly onto the pitch? Why is it always waterlogged? We had loads of this last season as well. Oh man. Right. So that's just causing more and more problems for us. Every game that gets postponed becomes another problem for us because it squashes our fixtures up more and more and more. This is bad. This is so bad. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, at least our players should have had just about enough time to recover from the Stockport game to play Brackley with a reasonable level of fitness. Let's look on the positive side of things. So yeah, I mean, it's not a big gap, is it? But it's better than it would have been. Oh man, look at this. Look at the state of this. One day between playing Barrow and Alfreton. I mean, at least Alfreton are down the bottom end of the league at the moment, but ugh, this schedule, it's bad. Okay. No, I don't want your advice. I don't need advice. I'm a tactical genius. No. Right, we're comfortable favourites, apparently. That's good. That's good. Yeah, we like the sound of that. No. Why? What's his problem? I couldn't afford to offer him a contract. Why is he? No, please don't leave the club. Please don't leave the club. I can't afford to offer you a new contract. 450 quid a week. You're already on like pretty much the maximum I can offer, and he's a key player. Oh man, we might be ending up seeing Lewis Lang leave at the end of this season, which would be a real shame because he's been a wonderful player for us. Have a look at his career. So last season came into Blyth on a free. 43 appearances, 6 goals. Some of those were free kicks banged in. 4 players of the match, 7.04 average rating, pretty respectable across 43 appearances. And so far this season, 19 appearances, 1 goal, 2 assists, nice. 3 man of the matches, average rating of 7.32. He's really not the kind of player we want to lose under any circumstances. I'm going to have to try to offer him a contract at some point, but yeah, for now, I just can't afford it. I've got, right, all of these players that are on my short list whose contracts are set to expire. George Green, I think, is going to be the top of my hit list. Or Sebastian Desprez as well. He's pretty good. There you go, there's an American. He's one of the players that was recommended to me. He's currently at Halifax. Tom Stead as well is almost out of contract. That is interesting, but I'm already trying to buy him because I'd quite like to get him this season. Denilson Carvalho, that's also interesting. He's another recommended player. There's a whole bunch of players actually that are running out of contracts soon. Daniel Udo as well, and these are all quality players as well that we've looked up. But yeah, George Green, I was thinking of maybe having him top of my hit list because he's got some great stats. He would be better than Sean Reid. He's also a bit younger. But yeah, some of the stats he's got are absolutely fantastic for our level of football. Obviously, currently contracted to Chester. Well, we'll have to keep an eye on this because we just don't have the money at the moment. Right, here's all my contracts that are set to expire. So that's basically everybody. Like in 6 months' time, I will have nobody if I don't re-sign all of these. That's gonna be tough because we just don't really have the budget for it. here we are. We're currently overspending. So any new contract I sign, people are probably going to be asking for more money. Maybe can argue some players down to take less money like I did last season, but it gets harder and harder. And obviously your best players generally want a pay rise, and who can blame them? They do deserve it. It's just hard to give it them when you've not got much leeway. So maybe I'll have to sell some players. I'm not going to be able to sell them. Just straight up let some go. Have a look. Adam Udgren, why are we looking at you? You're awful. Yeah, no, you're really bad, mate. Oh, he's already at our club. Set for release? Yeah, expires in 6 months' time. Whatever. We'll just leave that for now. It's not upset him just yet, but he's not getting a contract renewal. That much I'm sure of. Oh, they accepted 18k, but Tom Stead's not interested. I believe Blyth's stature in the game isn't big enough to match my ambitions. Well, fuck you then. This is so commonly a problem for us when we're trying to sign players. Like, Blyth, who are Blyth? Like, why would I want to go there? Because they're awesome. They have an awesome kit. They have an awesome logo. They're an awesome club with a terrible stadium. Well, yeah, we did make an offer, but it just wasn't to be. Will Bull from the non-league football paper.com. The non-league football paper.com, man, that's a long one. Is that real as well? It could be real. I've never looked it up. Okay. So there's yet another awesome player that we're definitely not going to be able to get. Still, we'll keep an eye on those guys whose contracts are expiring. That is where we have to do our business. A little club like ours in that free transfer market, snapping up those bargains, taking whatever we can get. Right, come on, roll on match day, please. Can we? Oh no, it's at home. It's at home. It might be waterlogged again. Oh, please, can we just play? It looks like Liddell is going to be fit for the match. Minimal risk of complications. Okay, yeah, we'll play him on that. So the match against Brackley is upon us. Their form is fair, ours is inconsistent, and we've only had one win in the last 5. Right, yeah, not great, lads, not great. And we now have so many games in hand that we've dropped out of the playoffs. It's fine, don't worry, nothing to worry about. As long as we don't lose all of those games. If we lose them all, we're screwed. Oh yeah, but of course, Sean Reid, very sadly, is out. That's going to be a massive blow to us. Who do I want on the bench then if Reid isn't an option? Maybe Oliver. Yeah. Oh, hold on. No. Sorry, Oliver. It's going to be Nicholas, because if a midfielder gets injured, I can drop Holmes back into centre mid and bring Nicholas on to replace attacking mid. So yeah, that works for me. Right, well, this will be the team. I want to play the best team I can against Brackley. And yeah, that's as good as it's going to get. Holmes' fitness is going to really struggle across the next 2 games after this. That's going to be a problem. Oh, man. And at any moment, Sangare could pick up his final yellow card and get that suspension. Oh, so many things are lining up that could turn out bad for us. And all of these postponed matches are not helping. Okay. Another team playing the classic 4-4-2. Dibble in goal. What is that face he's pulling there? Don't think he was quite ready for that photo. Right. Yeah, as usual, Tony McQuaid says, "Oh, say nothing. It will be fine." Let's not. Let's say something. Let's go for that. Yay, we got some result out of that. We'll take it. Let's go. No, we have a corner. Little takes it. It's a terrible corner. Lang picks up the ball in the box. Holmes, the new man, to Little. Little's cross finding no one, but Green picks up the attempted clearance and is clattered to the floor by a Brackley man there. Obviously, the free kick came to nothing. Right, demand more already. 8 minutes played. Right, looking mostly focused. Dan Maguire looking composed. No! No! This is not good. Most not good indeed. Okay, so Michael Little has got a knee injury. Oh, knee injuries can be bad. They can be so bad. And it's a straight up red injury. He's stretchered off. This is terrible, terrible news. The game is determined to make us suffer without our two main playmakers, isn't it? And just when I thought we'd escaped it with that quick recovery for Little, he's now picked up a red injury, a knee injury, after 16 minutes of football here. That is a potential disaster, because our replacement for him is not so good. He is not so good. Kieran Evans, I think it is. Is it Kieran Evans? It is Kieran Evans, yeah. 22-year-old Welsh lad. Just, he's decent at corners, so perhaps we'll get some good set pieces out of him. But he's just not, he's not good at providing the goals. Not as good as Michael Little. All right, let's demand more. Sangari takes a free kick, curls it in nicely. Dibble with the save, though. Doesn't manage to hold on to it, but does claim the ball before it runs too far away from him. And so far, 0-0. Elliot Holmes picking up a yellow card. Kieran Green already on a yellow card. And we're approaching, 9 minutes to play before half-time. And nobody has got a goal. We have kept Brackley down to a mere one shot, none on target. So we are all over them, but they've got the major possession. 61% currently possession, but they're not doing anything with it. They're just passing it around the park, and that does imply that they're just trying to frustrate us and deny us any scoring opportunities. Not a bad strategy against a team that likes to attack and bang goals in. If you feel you're not going to beat them, just waste their time and frustrate them. But that does mean we're going to have a very boring 0-0 draw for the first half. And let's hope it's not a 0-0 overall, because I could really do with winning this game. Right, let's go for... assistant says to encourage them, but honestly, I'm going to go for the aggressive bollocking, because it just works better for me more often than not. Just scream at them. If they're not winning at half-time, go for the aggressive bollocking and see how the second half goes. And we're off at Croft Park. And still a largely uneventful game so far. Not a lot going on, is there? We are playing attacking football, but we are being denied. Oh, Sangari takes a free kick as the rain starts pouring at Croft Park. Business as usual resumes. It's always raining. So we're getting the highlights now. The ball is slippy, the pitch is slippy, mistakes will be made, and there's one. Sangari's capitalising from it, rushes straight through into the box, takes a shot, saved by Dibble. Already this rain being the good talisman for us in our home ground. And Maguire takes a shot, he nearly scores. That was so close. Point blank effort there for Maguire, somehow kept out of the net by Dibble. Incredible save from him. Now Green with the corner. Comes out to Holmes, the new man on loan from Hull, was it, or Chesterfield? I forget now. Green again putting in another cross. Holmes with the head, finds nobody, and the ball comes out to Longman of Brackley. Longman out wide, looking for Lowe, but it will go out for a throw-in. 4 yellow cards Brackley are on now. All right, let's demand more. Come on, this rain has got to be a sign of better luck for us. We do good in the rain. It's our home. It's our home environment in the wet and boggy Croft Park. Wow, there's a lot of yellow cards being dished out by this ref. He doesn't take any shit, does he? Very card happy. Oh, and Morris is through. Can we get a tackle on him? Oh, he shoots early. Perhaps a little too early, but I'm relieved because that's sailed over the bar. And it remains at 0-0 here at Croft Park in the rain. As Lang thumps the ball upfield. Finding Bradley Fewster. Bradley Fewster plays a good ball through to Dan Maguire. Good run there from Dan Maguire, but didn't quite have the finish. Again, saved by Dibble. Dibble playing a good match so far, keeping his team in the game. Green taking the corner. Have I not got... Oh, Sangari from 6 yards. How did you miss that, son? How did you miss that? What I was just wondering is, have I not got Kieran Evans as a set piece taker? He's good at corners, but he doesn't seem to be taking them. Let's have a look. No, he's not, is he? God damn it. So that'll explain why he's not taking them. Right. Let's get you in. I mean, let's get you ahead of Liddle even, because you're better than Liddle. And let's face it, if you're on the field, Liddle's not going to be on the field. There's only going to be one or the other on the field at any given time. But yeah, let's put Kieran Evans in on right side corners. See how that goes. Now, I must remember to make that change when I'm outside of a match as well, because any changes I make during a match are only temporary. But we want to make that change permanently. Lang takes the throw in, finds Holmes. Holmes somehow keeping hold of the ball there, despite the challenge from Da Costa. Finding Sangari. Plays out wide to Egan. Egan with the first time cross, looking for the head of Bradley Fewster. He finds it, but the ball goes over the bar. And that will be a goal kick. Egan now with the throw in. And the players turn around. Warman to Morris. Brackley here on the attack now. Warman in acres of space. Throw on goal in the box. Takes the shot, but saved by O'Reilly. Safe hands at the back there as he puts it out for a corner. Brackley. Man Da Costa will be taking the corner. Lyons with the safe defensive header there. Clearing the danger. Holmes to Lang. What's Lang got in the bag? Has he got another good long ball for us? It looks like he's trying it. Can't quite find a Blyth striker with that, unfortunately. And it's still 0-0, despite the highlights starting to roll in since the rain started. Brackley are doing a good job of continuing to deny a Blyth goal, in spite of our 10 shots on target and their single shot on target. It is now added time, and it looks like we're not going to win this. And it almost looked like we were going to lose it with that header from that corner. That was very dangerous. Yeah, under a minute to go now. I think this, unfortunately, is going to be ground out to a 0-0 draw. A big shame, because we really could have done with winning that. Maguire given a yellow card for that challenge, obviously letting his frustration at the draw show. Don't do it, man. This is what they want. This is what they want from us. Don't give them the satisfaction. And clearly time being wasted as much as possible by Brackley before they take the free kick. And that will be the whistle. 0-0. At least we took a point from it, but I feel like we were robbed there We were absolutely robbed. That should have been a win. Never mind. You can't win them all. That was a tough result to take. Did Sangari pick up a yellow as well? Got to take note of that. Is he now going to be suspended? But anyway, we still have 2/3 games in hand on the teams in the playoffs here. So, yeah, we've got plenty of opportunity to win games and move ourselves back up to the position in the table that we deserve. Oh, no. Oh, disaster. Little will be out for 6 to 7 weeks with sprained knee ligaments. That's so bad. Oh, man. Yeah, let's assure him that his place in the team is secure when he comes back. Yeah, good man, good man. He's motivated by that. There's no way I'm replacing you yet, Little. You've done great things for the club. Let's have a look at his career history. There we go. So since we've been playing, here we go. This is where we took over. 12 assists in the first season and 4 goals, average of 7.01. And then season number 2, 20 appearances, 2 goals, 10 assists, average rating of 7.24. So, you know, almost beating his number of assists in half as many games so far this season. He's really come into his own. And yeah, it is a big blow to the club to be without him for the next 7 weeks or so. But we will soldier on. In the meantime, oh yes, that reminds me. I need to put in, what's his name? Kieran Evans, that's it. Sorry, Kieran. I need to put Kieran Evans in on corners. Oh, Jameson's upset that he's been left out. Sorry. Sorry, Jameson. But the new man is just better. Oh, man. What am I going to do? Yeah, let's tell him. Yes! Relief. So we told him Luke O'Reilly's form is too good to drop him. And Jameson has thankfully accepted that as a sensible state of affairs. So that'll stave off his unhappiness for now. Won't last forever, though. Right, let's go set piece takers. And we need to get, where is he? Corners, Kieran Evans. Let's get this lad in. See if he can work some magic from the set pieces for us. I swear Green's gone up 1 on set pieces. Didn't used to be as high as 11. I don't think it did anyway. Have I got anyone else that's good at taking from the left side? No, Connor Oliver's the next best. Maybe we'll go for Holmes. Yeah, that'll do me for now. Let's go. So we have Barrow. Barrow are in 5th place in the table right now. They are one of our main challenges for promotion this season. And we're at home. We really need to win this game. Only 3 days to recover, though, since our last match. Lewis Lang didn't play well. That's concerning. Concerning. You don't want your man at the back to be in poor form. But let's hope he sorts his life out. Oh, Nexus. Doing well in training again. Well done. Keep that good training up. Oh, Harry Kane winning the golden ball there. Good man. Just caught a glimpse of that news report before I clicked on. Oh, yeah, we've still got that Nuneaton game, haven't we? So, got Barrow, and then only 1 day in between that and playing Alfreton, and then only 2 days between that and Nuneaton. This is an absolute nightmare. Also, we're now losing a lot of money. Now that we're out of the Cup, we didn't stay in the FA Trophy. We stayed in the FA Cup as long as we could. That was a good run, but this season's FA Trophy run... Oh, losing voice. This season's FA Trophy run was very disappointing, going out to Stockport that early, and that has denied us making a chunk of cash that we normally would rely on. So that's not good. Oh, he's complaining again. Yeah, he's not good enough. Yeah, let's lie to him. Yeah, I'll give him more chances in the coming weeks. And then I'm going to go cancel the loan. Can I cancel the loan? No, I can't terminate the loan. No! All right, well, we've just told a blatant lie to Hull City manager because I'm not going to give him any games at all. I thought I was just going to cancel the loan, but I'm not allowed. So, yeah, we'll just continue upsetting Hull City for the time being, I guess. That sucks. Never mind. Okay, so Barrow report. Apparently, they're impressive markers who work hard to deny their opponent time and space. Well, that's fine. We don't really play much in the way of short passing football. We tend to just hoof it up the field. From the looks of our highlights, that's where our goals come from. Barrow now 6th in the table. Somebody else has played a game then and moved above them. Oh, what? You're kidding me. We've got another match there. This is the worst. This is the worst. So Barrow, then 1 day of recovery, then Alfreton away. Oh, where's the schedule? Bring it back. Bring it back. Yeah, then yeah, a couple of days later Nuneaton, and then a couple of days after that Darlington. This is just, there's no room for recovery in between these fixtures. This is awful. Although, again, all of these teams are down the bottom end. So Alfreton 19th, Nuneaton 22nd, Darlington 21st. Yeah, they're all at the bottom end of the table, like relegation zone type teams. Altrincham isn't though, and that's, yeah, even Altrincham game is soon after Darlington. This is the problem. This is what I was talking about with having all those matches postponed. That is the result of it. If you look here, once we get through to February, we're just playing 1 game a week. And March, 1 game a week. April, 1 game a week, pretty much. And yeah, so we have time to recover. But this portion of the season is going to be a nightmare. I mean, it would only be worse if we were still in the cup. So I suppose we can be relieved of that. But yeah. Newport are making an offer for Nexus. Nexus, you're a popular man. Everyone wants you. But I'm going to reject that. You're staying at Blyth. Okay. So their key player is a man called Jacob Blyth. I think we've looked at this guy before. I believe we have. Target man for Barrow. Yeah, he's got some greenies. He looks like he could be decent. Okay, let's just bring it up to just before this match, and we will have to leave that until next session, though, as it is time to end the stream. Oh, man, what a session it's going to be next time, though. That's one hell of a fixtures list there. So, Blyth are slight underdogs against Barrow, even though we're at home. Oh, man, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Oh, and everyone's talking about us losing players because I haven't offered them new contracts. I can't afford to, lads. I can't afford to offer you new contracts yet. The club's already going to go bankrupt. I absolutely have to get promoted this season with what I've been spending on wages here. Oh man, I need to get promoted. Right. Yeah, we're going to leave it there though. Not a bad session apart from these horrific injuries. I'm going to have to put up with Michael Liddell and Sean Reid out for a number of weeks between them, but and a tough set of fixtures to get through without them as well. It's going to be a hard old session next time, but we'll see. We'll do our best. We'll steer the good ship Blyth through the difficult weather, yeah, man. It's going to be bad, but we'll see. At the moment, we're not doing too badly in the table. We've got 3 games in hand on most of the teams above us, all but Hednesford. We've got 3 games in hand, and we're already on 35 points. We're in the playoffs, even with 3 games less played than everyone else. So we are in a very good position. We've got to win these games against the teams down here: Nuneaton, Darlington, Alfreton. They're all having horrible seasons, so we have every chance of winning those games and leaving ourselves. By the end of next session, we could even be top of the league. We never know. But trying to do that without two of your key important goal providers, yeah, probably going to be a bit tricky. But we'll see. We'll do our best. Anyway, that's me done for now. So I am back tomorrow at 2 p.m. UK time with the Battletech Extended 3025 mod stream as usual. So feel free to come check that out. And there's no stream on Saturday nights now. I just can't keep the Saturday nights going. My voice is dying already, as you can hear now. So I need to cancel the Saturday night. So everything else is still as usual. So we've got the day streams Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then evenings Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday for now. So on Tuesdays and Wednesday nights, we'll be doing Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2 campaign, continuing the Imperial campaign that we've been playing, having loads of fun with that so far. So come check that out if you're interested. And we will keep Football Manager going. That'll be Friday nights. So obviously next time you will see the Blyth Spartans will be next Friday if you're interested. So stop by. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget, give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, depending on if you enjoyed it or not. And subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thanks again for watching, everyone. For now, I'm out, and I'll see you next time.